Hello again, YouTube. This is the gig man out here gigging it up. About to get started soon. It's snowing here in Milwaukee, so it's going to be a busy day. But what I want to do is, on this video, I want to talk to the people who are panicking, talking about getting a job. And listen, this decision is totally up to you. It's your life, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to give you some breakdowns on paper, and I hope you can read my scribble scratch concerning this particular subject. So, those of you who don't know, I do DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, Roadie, Walmart Spark. I can do Lyft. I don't normally do Lyft, but I can do Lyft. What else? I know I'm forgetting some. It's so many. I can do TaskRabbit. I'm signed up with TaskRabbit. I just do a lot of gigs, y'all. So what I did on this is, as you can see on this side, this is my former job. This in the left-hand corner, that's how much I made per hour before I quit. The job was youth correctional officer. And I don't know where you live, but where I live, these kids can get a little rough. They love to steal. They manipulators. They so on and so forth. Not an easy job. I have 13 total years experience, and I have been offered some jobs in other states. But I'm just kind of comfortable doing this gig. But I want to break it down for you. And the crazy thing about this is some of you, in fact, I would say most of you don't make this hourly wage that I made listed in the left-hand corner, or you won't make this hourly wage. So as you can see, $22.14 an hour, 80 hours bi-weekly is $1,771 before taxes. This breaks down to $354.24 per day before taxes. Now, the cost, I know it was a little more than this, but this is what I estimated. $430 a month on average for benefits and gas. Those of you who think you're not going to get gas by working a job, think again. That breaks down to $107.50 weekly. I had to change the 0 to a 5. So now let's look at the weekly pay from my job minus the benefits and the gas. You have this number right here, which is $246.74, not including taxes. Now, $246.74 minus the state tax in the state of Wisconsin of 7.5%, and you get this number right here, $228.23. Now, moving right along, you also have to add in federal, which is 22% in my tax bracket. So $228.23 minus 22% brings me down to $178 or $22 per hour. Now, in terms of overtime, it was always a wrestling match for it, because most of the people that I worked with, that's all they did. Now, so I made a note. For me to make what I made for my job, I need to average $22 an hour. Now, how was my job? I listed some things. Entitled criminals. They think the world owns them. They want you to treat them like gold, even though they treat you like a pile of doo-doo. Some of them. Next thing, petty, snitchy coworkers. Don't you dare let them find out you voted different from them or you have any views different from them. Now, I was cool with most of them. But when you're in a work environment, people hold everything they can against you sometimes. And that brings me to my next check. Toxic environment. Everything from the cleanliness to the attitudes, it was just a toxic environment. Ever-changing schedule. You could be ready to go home and you find out you got to stay for a whole nother shift. Look at this. Sometimes I had to call someone over just to use the restroom. We had a lot of kids out on the pod, or you on the pod by yourself. You have to call somebody sometimes just to use the restroom. Like somebody's on S side watch, so on and so forth. Next, I had a supervisor that didn't like me. Who knows, who cares, why? But I knew this and used to nitpick. Then I had a few co-workers that didn't like me. I would say maybe like 5% didn't like me. But that's still a lot on a job. Next, forced arm water. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They forced that thing. Then they tried to fire me over an incident. The incident was, it was a guy who committed deviant acts, actual rape and murder. And he tried to come to my pod like I was new, like I was a new jack, and run the show and act entitled. Not happening. So I said something to him, and they were trying to fire me over what I said. I'm not going to say what I said. Now let's look at DoorDash, Walmart, Spark, Grubhub. I write kind of messy, y'all. Y'all see that by now. You can make your own schedule. Use the restroom whenever you want. Take a break whenever. Take a vacation whenever. Work in other cities, any city I want to work in, and deal with whatever people I choose. See, when you work a job, you got to deal with whoever is there. When you do DoorDash, you got to deal with the workers at the restaurants or Instacart, at the grocery stores, at the stores. But most of the time, you ain't going to say too much to them, and they ain't going to say too much to you. So this is all I need to make what I made from there with all that mess tied to it. What y'all think I'm going to choose? As long as I can, I'm choosing this right here. Now, mind it, let's talk about the benefits of doing both. If you get your DoorDash skills up to the point where you can live off of it and you had a job, you're going to do pretty well, man, I'm telling you. So a job, if you know how to be passive, you don't mind being emasculated a little bit, you know how jobs be, you could do both. I might do both when I get down to Arizona for a little while to save up some money, because the cost of living is a little higher, but I might not, because I know I would have to boost this right here up to probably 27, which can be done down there. You have more options in terms of delivery options and customers. So I just wanted to break it down for y'all a little bit. Especially if you're one of them people making $1,000 a week, you're going to have to get a pretty good job to make $1,000 per week. Good luck to you. But this to break down. Thanks for watching.